Meghan Markle, a divisive figure. Some people really like her, some don't. I don't really care, but I have some opinions on her hat choices. Hello and welcome to a millinery hat commentary video. My name is Ilona, I am a milliner based in London, and today I will be looking at the hats of Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex. What is really special here is that we have an excellent case study of someone who hasn't worn hats before, navigating their way through finding their perfect hat style. I will take you through Meghan's successful fashion looks and why they work. And with her unsuccessful looks, we will go through what I think could have been changed to make them better and why. For more videos like this alongside hat making tutorials, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now put on your fashion stylist hats and let's get started. What I have done is created a timeline so we can track visually how Meghan's hat style has evolved. We are starting at Christmas 2017. Meghan wore a bespoke felt beret by Philip Treacy paired with a beige wool coat, brown leather bag and matching gloves. First, my positive take, berets are great. It is pretty much a universal hat shape that suits everyone, especially for being warm and cozy in the winter. This is a great shape for a first hat. However, that trim is atrocious and it's completely the wrong brown for this outfit. Does it remind you of... Let's make it better. Warm up that yellow brown by adding in some red. That way it will match the red brown of the leather gloves. And to carry that colour all the way through the outfit, pop on a leather brooch in that same gorgeous rich red brown. There we go, much better. Hat number 2, this time a mini perching beret by Stephen Jones. It's very sweet, maybe a bit too sweet. Worn here with a matching ivory wool coat and navy dress and bag. A very classic colour combination. I have always thought that Meghan comes across as a strong, independent woman, whereas perching berets like this I think suit younger, more delicate personalities, especially in light white and pastel tones. 10 out of 10 on the shape, but let's change the colour to navy to complement the dress and bag. Here we go with the sweet twee hat again. It's a fine straw perching beret, but this time with a novelty sequin dragonfly, again by Philip Treacy. I am not the biggest fan of Philip Treacy hats on younger ladies. I think his designs suit mature women much better, as can be seen on Queen Camilla. I think the novelty sequin dragonfly looks a little infantile. A hat as this would look much better on a young 15-year-old. Design-wise, the rough textures of the straw and sequins work very well with the texture in Meghan's black coat. But to make this better, first let's get rid of that dragonfly. Then add a thick straw spoke for some height and add that texture back in with single black sequins placed in a pretty pattern around the edge. Now this is much better. It's very Meghan. I think this is a very chic American look. I'm guessing this hat is a velour fur felt, as that suede texture is so dreamy and soft. Meghan has a symmetrical face shape, so wearing a hat straight on is perfect for accentuating this. That symmetry is carried on through the double-breasted coat, which also has 2 symmetrical pocket flaps either side of the buttons, again accentuating that symmetry. Now, Meghan's frame is also very small. Usually I wouldn't recommend small-framed people wear wide brim hats, but because this coat has padded shoulders, the brim is nicely balanced out. As a rule of thumb, a brim shouldn't be wider than the wearer's shoulders, so if you want a super wide brim with your small frame, find a way to bulk out those small shoulders. As for this look, Meghan has tried some asymmetry in pastel colours. Before we discuss the hat, let's talk about this dress. I think these kind of curved concave seams are meant for taller people with longer than average torsos. As we will see later in this video, I think Meghan has a slightly shorter torso, so all her dresses could benefit from being shortened in the back. Also, what a weird place to crop the sleeves. They aren't really 3/4 length, but also not long enough to be normal. Here's a product picture of this dress. I think they've had to work really hard to make it look nice on the model because she is tactfully not standing straight, so you can't actually see how the dress would sit. Anyway, back to the hat. It's a cinnamon disc shape with a very shallow crown and asymmetric brim. The hat and dress actually go very well together. You've got the concave waist seam mirrored in the lovely sweep of the brim, and the cinnamon fabric of the hat complements the delicate gauzy fabric in the neckline and sleeves. However, I just don't think it's a very Meghan outfit. It's almost like she's trying to dress like a generic member of the British royal family rather than just being herself. I think this hat would have suited her better if worn with a wide leg jumpsuit. Here are some visuals for this. It's Philip Treacy again. What is nice about this outfit is all the pleasing lines. You've got the wide off-the-shoulder neckline, the sweeping diagonal brim, and a strong off-center vertical for the closure of this dress. And this is one of those rare occasions where long floaty hair left loose really complements the lines of the whole outfit and goes with the hat. Usually I would recommend wearing hats with hair up in a bun, but with this look it would have been too severe and sleek. I think this outfit is the closest Meghan got to portraying her American beauty. And as a side note, I mentioned earlier about smaller framed shoulders needing something added to them to carry off a wide brim. In the height of summer, you wouldn't want to wear a jacket with padded shoulders, so a summer dress with an off-the-shoulder neckline does the trick. Philip Treacy's run continues with this black and white look for Ascot. I think all these saucer or disc hats suit Meghan very well. The floaty brims suit her face shape. I have just spoken about things like the Novelty dragonfly and cream percher beret being too sweet. Well, now I think this hat is too severe. A nice berry colour to replace all that strong black would match her lipstick, or if she wanted to keep with a darker contrasting colour, navy wouldn't be amiss. I love the shapes in this next outfit. We are finally seeing Meghan lean into her passion for clean and sleek lines in her dresses. A saucer hat by Stephen Jones accompanies this olive monotone outfit, complete with gloves and a clutch bag. The delicate drapes in this Ralph Lauren dress are picked up on in the swooshy brim. As the dress itself is plain and the whole outfit is one colour, Stephen Jones has played with textures in the hat. If we zoom in, we can see that the hat, which is probably cinnamon, is covered with a veil and trimmed with a wide crin bow. These three millinery textures layered over each other are definitely the stars of the show. I think this doesn't really come across in the photos, and I would assume that the effect in real life would have been much more impactful. Finally, a navy outfit. I really think this is the colour for Meghan. Her skin is just glowing next to this navy dress and crin Stephen Jones fascinator. I'm not the biggest fan of fascinators, as I think they always seem too fussy and over the top, but this navy swirled pleated crin number is very delicate and has just the right amount of fascination without the feather fuss. This dress has a very strong neckline, so this delicate fascinator is perfect for completing the outfit without distraction. The fabric of the dress is a shiny satin, and if you have ever seen crin close up, you will know that it is quite a shiny material also. And another navy outfit, this time featuring a beautifully tailored wool coat worn with a button percher trimmed with stretched crin leaves. It's a lovely hat, but after seeing how successful all the disc hats were on Meghan, I find this one a little disappointing. This next black teardrop percher by Philip Treacy has been worn twice to two very different occasions. First in August 2018 to a wedding with a colour-blocked pleated skirt, then to visit the Anzac Memorial in Sydney. I don't think it makes sense to wear something black to a wedding, but then I am a lover of bright colours, so I never tend to recommend anything black unless you are a goth or going to a funeral or a remembrance service. Other than the colour not being right, I still think the disc hats or anything round and symmetrical suit Meghan more than the asymmetry that comes with an angular teardrop shape. This hat does look better with the black turtleneck dress. I think it looks very poignant and dignified, which is exactly appropriate for such a service. And here is Meghan wearing another round button beret, this time in white with a very modern trim by Stephen Jones. I do admire his ability to take such a classic shape and modernize it with a seemingly random trimming. I think the silhouette of this whole outfit is lovely, but I do find the white a little too bright. Of course, this was for the official Royal Oceanic Tour in Fiji, and usually the wardrobes for these occasions are carefully coordinated to give respect to local cultures. So maybe the white is culturally significant, I'm not sure. For Remembrance Day in 2018, Meghan wore this velvet mini perching pillbox. Not very many people can pull off such small hats, but for Meghan, with her symmetrical face and small bone structure, this is stunning. Stephen Jones calls these styles of small hats le bibi or le petit, which I think perfectly describes the look and feel of such special mini hats. I have been going on about how I didn't like the asymmetrical shapes on Meghan, but as this one is small and the asymmetricality isn't so visible from the front, I think it is rather nice, especially as it is so soft in the luxurious black velvet. This next look is one of my favourites. It's simple and it doesn't need to be anything more. This is a black felt cocktail hat trimmed with 2 navy ombre goose feathers and a crin bow. I think A1 Golding is the perfect milliner for Meghan, and I'm surprised it took such a long time for Meghan to wear one of A1's creations. A1's millinery is fun and youthful without being overly flamboyant and infantile. For the 2019 Commonwealth Day service, Meghan experimented with one of my favourite hat shapes, the Pillbox, but I don't think this is working for her. This shape just is too big. If I draw on the style lines, you can see how they are accentuating the width of the top of her head and creating an upturned trapezium. Not a very elegant look. If we round out the top and turn it more into a Jackie Kennedy style pillbox, I think it suits her much better. The silhouette now resembles an oval, which is much softer and more flattering. And now we reach the end of Meghan's hat journey. These last 2 hats I want to show you are absolutely stunning. They speak of confidence and playfulness without being over the top. And also, finally some colour. I can't decide if the emerald green suits Meghan, but I appreciate that she's playing with colour, which is something I encourage everyone to do. The diagonal sweep in this teardrop beret shape is mirrored in the side sweep drape of this dress. The hat is trimmed with a dark green veil, which matches the dark green handbag. Meghan has also resorted to my favourite trick of, when in doubt, go for beige shoes. When I was looking at pictures of this dress, something did seem off to me, and then I saw this image of the back and it finally hit me. The torso is too long. A bulge in the back of the dress is a clear indicator of this. With a little extra bit of custom tailoring, this look would have been perfection. Now back to this asymmetric brim boater by Stephen Jones. That structured bow on the side is so fun, and even though the cream brim is asymmetric, this bow balances out the hat so the overall silhouette is back to being proportional. What a spectacular high to end on. If you like the hat I have been wearing, you can purchase it through the link in the description box. I've only made one of these, so if you want it, go and grab it now before someone else does. I hope you've all had a fabulous time looking through the millinery of Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment about which look was your favourite. You can find me on all the socials listed here and sign up to my newsletter all about hats right up here. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.